Now, breaking news from KCTV5 News.
Freezing rain and ice is causing a mess in the Kansas City metro this afternoon. Hundreds of schools canceled classes ahead of this weather, and it looks like that was a pretty good idea as we were watching the car spinouts add up. We're sure glad you're joining us this afternoon. I'm Carolyn Long. Thankfully, the majority of the precipitation is over, at least for now. But all that ice and rain freezing to the roads could cause issues later on in the afternoon hours. Our Storm Track 5 meteorologist Brett Anthony joining us now with a look at what the forecast holds for the afternoon.
Hi, Carolyn. It's not going to warm up. We know that.
This is it.
This is it. I mean, this is probably the warmest temperature of the day because it's going to continue to fall. So whatever is frozen out there remains frozen. In fact, as we head into the overnight hours and the temperatures start to fall just a little bit, we could find some refreezing even after dark tonight. Winter weather advisory continues until 3 o'clock for all of those counties shaded in purple. That's basically all of the KCTV5 viewing area. We have some light snow here just to the west and right along I-35, and some snow flurries down around Ottawa that will move through the metro area within the next hour or so. This is not going to accumulate here, so we're not going to have any type of snow accumulation. But again, the black ice or the flash freezing that we have seen already could continue, especially in areas that are now just getting down to freezing out to the east of KC. Cameron right now, a little band of snow that's racing up toward Gallatin, and that should be into the Gallatin area within a half hour, so it might pick up in snowfall just a little bit. Sedalia right now, you're at 33. Lee Summit's at 21. Lawrence is at 18. Watch out for that flash freezing, meaning anything wet could freeze instantly, and we'll have north winds at 20 to 30 miles an hour, adding a bitter wind chill to the air out there, making it feel like it's about 5 this afternoon. There are the winds out of the northwest right now at about 12 to 25 miles an hour. That's just the sustained wind. That's not even the wind gust. So heading through the afternoon, flurries possible through 1 p.m. Slick spots, still a chance at 4 p.m. It'll feel like it's 5 at 7 o'clock, and the sky clears and the temperatures dropping into single digits tonight. We're going to show you how cold it's going to get. Plus, we'll talk about another chance for perhaps some snow in the area coming up in your Storm Track 5 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
You know what school kids are thinking. Yeah. Fingers crossed for tomorrow, too. Thank you, Brett. Right. Now, thousands in Olathe are in this cold without power right now after a utility pole caught fire last night. Here's the scene in that area of I-35 and Santa Fe. About 2,200 customers still offline in that area. Good percentage of the 2,800 customers without power right now across the metro. Now for a first-hand look at these icy conditions, we have team coverage for you this afternoon as temperatures, as Brett mentioned, continue to drop. We're going to get to Caroline Sweeney here in a moment, but we begin with KCTV5's Abigail James on the road heading toward Overland Park. How are the roads, Abigail?
Hey there. Well, right now we're on I-435 going towards Overland Park area. The roads on the interstate right now seem to be okay at the moment. The biggest thing is that it's pretty windy out here, so there is a very, very light snow that is coming down. Right now where we're at the moment, it seems to be clear, but we do get into some areas that with that light snow mixture along with the wind, it does make it a little harder to see in some areas, but we have noticed some slush and ice buildup on the shoulder. Cars are doing a pretty good job about giving each other room while driving, and pretty much everyone, we are driving the speed limit right now, but we'll keep an eye on the Kansas side and check back in with you in about 20 minutes. For now, reporting live, Abigail James, KCTV5 News.
Okay, you stay safe, Abigail. Thank you for that update. Taking a look here at our traffic map. This is updated in real time, by the way. Freezing rain still causing some slowdowns in some parts this afternoon. Goes especially for the Northland, where that cold air really kind of hit first. That's where our Stephanie Kaiser joins us from right now in the KCTV5 Mobile Weather Center, joining us live with a look at those conditions. Stephanie, how's it looking?
We are going southbound on I-29, probably about 15 miles outside of Platte City. Now, it was sleeting this morning. It has now turned to snow. About 15 minutes ago, the snow was coming down pretty hard, but now it's more of a light snow. But being out here all this morning since about 4 in the morning, this is kind of the worst it has looked on the roads, but still people are able to keep up their speed, and that's because we've seen a lot of snow plows and salt trucks going up and down this area, making sure to put treatment on the road. And the road where there is treatment, you can see the snow is kind of billowing around the road, not sticking, so there is still traction on the road. It's a different story. If you look over to your right, there you can see that there's some ice forming underneath some of that snow, so you are going to want to be careful if you do have to pull over for any reason. Also, the on-ramps and off-ramps are icy, so you are going to want to take it slow. That goes for bridges and overpasses as well. You are going to want to go slow there because there might be a little bit of ice there. It is very cold, about 19 degrees out, and like Brett said, it's going to continue to keep dropping. So far, no major crashes or accidents, so that is the good news. Not a whole lot of people on the road either, so it seems like a lot of people are staying home. If you have to head out, just make a plan and make sure you take your time on the roads. We're live in Platte County. Stephanie Kaiser, KCTV 5 News.
Yes, you do the same. Stay safe, Stephanie. All right, meanwhile, downtown, if you're planning on, hey, maybe taking different mode of transportation, I'll hit the streetcar instead. Well, you're going to need a plan B for that. The KC streetcar tweeted out that it had to suspend service because ice was building up on the overhead wires. Just before 11 o'clock, the streetcar was actually hooked up and towed back to the streetcar barn on East 3rd Street. No word on when they will resume the streetcar rides today. Meanwhile, as many make preparations to fight this ice, KCTV5's Caroline Sweeney joins us from a local hardware store where business, I'm sure, is picking up, as we always see. Caroline?
Yeah, Carolyn, we've been seeing people come in since we've been here for the last 30 minutes. I've actually been able to shed some layers since I got inside Strasser Hardware Store here on Southwest Boulevard, and we are in what they call the cold room. Why? It is packed full of cold weather stuff. Just take a look at this. Here is why it's called the cold room. They have stacks and stacks of ice melt ready for you to come pick up to keep yourself safe. Not only that, they have a wall full of shovels, every kind of shovel you could possibly look for. Now, managers are telling me that last minute customers have been coming in and getting stuff for their homes. They're picking up multiple bags of ice melt. And while it might be cold outside, you could get cold inside. So the hardware store has these smaller heat sources for you to use inside your house. But not only that, I have to admit, they have one of my favorite things here, massive bags of hand warmers. I've needed these while we've been out this morning, and you might need them too. Live in Kansas City, Missouri, Caroline Sweeney, KCTV5 News.
I like your style. Go for the massive bags. Caroline, thank you.